going.
Okay, here we go. Hello again, wherever you may be. Welcome back to the Spokane Convention Center. We're getting set for wheelchair basketball, sponsored by HP. Tonight's game features the white team versus the gold team. The winner of tonight goes on to the consolation game. I'm Steven Sandberg from xable.com. Right now I'm being joined by our guest tonight, Orlando Perez, who's on the red team. They're going to be playing for the gold medal tomorrow night. Orlando, it's great to have you with us. What are you looking forward to in tonight's game?
Well, today's it's going to be an interesting game. The yellow team has the gold team has the speed, and the white team has the height advantage. Whoever uses their advantages to their favor is going to end up winning this game.
Well, white team sends out a starting lineup of Steve O'Brien, Larry Foster, Andre Shelby, Glenn McClary, and Joanne Rodriguez. For the gold team, it's William Peppers, who will be at midcourt for the tip-off, Patrick Peterson, James Patton, Charles Johnson, and James Gerlach. So the white team controls the tip, and we are underway. 2 20-minute halves in this one. Here's Andre Shelby. That shot doesn't drop. So here comes James Patton going down the floor. Like you said, Orlando, there's a lot of speed advantage on the gold team.
Yeah, it's real good ball control, and he plays for UTA, Arlington, Texas. Real good college basketball team in the country.
So Johnson looking inside for Peppers. He's got it on the low block. Up with the shot, and no good that time from James Gerlach. So both teams misfiring on their first attempts. So here comes Steve O'Brien. No one's picking him up, going through the lane. Lobs it inside to McClary. He can't convert, but he gets his own offensive rebound and misses the second try. But Larry Foster tracks it down in the corner. Foster back inside to McClary. Whips it inside the lane. Here's O'Brien. Puts it up and in. Very good ball movement that time from the white team.
That height advantage is going to be deadly if they don't stop them outside the paint.
Orlando, you guys just played the white team yesterday. What did you notice as far as their strategy and their game plan?
Well, they try to use their big guys inside. I didn't see much of outside shooting from them, and I think that was their downfall against us. We actually have some speed and some height advantage, but we shot from the outside and we could convert. They didn't. I don't think they even tried. Right now they're having a man-out play, using their height advantage going inside.
Here's McClary again. That one doesn't drop. Shelby is right there, but he can't hit it, and that one goes out of bounds. Yesterday, the red team, led by my partner tonight, Orlando Perez, they cruised to an easy victory, 55-20 over the white team. So the white team taking on the gold team here tonight. The winner goes to the consolation game. That will be played tomorrow night. Patton lobs it over to Peppers, holding it high over his head with one hand. Puts it up, no good. And McClary with the rebound.
Joanne Rodriguez is a real good ball handler. She is tough as nails. She can compete with any guy here in the basketball court.
Interesting story with Joanne Rodriguez. She is the only woman from Puerto Rico to be playing in these games, is that right?
No, she actually is the only female in the island of Puerto Rico playing wheelchair basketball. We got other Puerto Rican ladies playing here in the United States, but she's the only female that plays in the wheelchair basketball in Puerto Rico.
Johnson, that shot misses off the rim. Gerlach trying to chase it down, and that one goes out of bounds. It will go back to the white team. So early on, the white team leads 2-0. Both teams misfiring on some early shots. The white team looked very good in their first game here in Spokane. They cruised to a victory over the Royal team. Last night, though, falling to the red team by 35 points. Here's Foster. He goes into the corner. That's where he likes to direct traffic. Takes his time, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound tipped to the middle of the key that time. Reaching over for it is McClary, and he controls.
That was a great rebound.
He can't connect on that shot. Rebound thrown out. Here's Patton.
There goes his speed.
Trying to use his speed for the fast break, going up against Foster. Puts it up, no good. but he's fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line.
He has some great chair control. That was something that was kind of like getting us yesterday is his chair control. He can move that chair real good.
James Patton, Navy veteran from Arlington, Texas. At the free throw line for a couple of attempts, and he drains the first one. So first points of the night for the gold team. Second attempt is no good, and it's Rodriguez with the rebound. So the white team leads 2-1 here in the opening minutes. This is game number 9 here from Spokane. The winner of this game goes on to the consolation game tomorrow night. O'Brien misses off the side of the backboard. Patton had it, tried to get started on the fast break, but Foster and Shelby were there to cut him off. Here's Patton again. Now he's got that speed. Going to the hoop, flips it up with the left hand, no good. Tough shot that time, he just couldn't hit it.
There goes White on the break.
Here's Rodriguez, going to the basket, puts it up, no, but she's gonna get a couple of free throws in the process.
I think if White can push like that, they got a real good advantage to winning this game because their height advantage will actually be faster and they can make up for probably the lack of speed.
So here's Joanne Rodriguez at the free throw line. The white team leads 2-1. Rodriguez, Army veteran from Puerto Rico. She says the wheelchair games are the best thing that could happen to any injured veteran. This is her 8th VA games that she has competed at. Second attempt from the free throw misses, goes out of bounds on the air ball, and the gold team will get it back. So a low-scoring contest. We're about 4.5 minutes into this one. Only 3 total points have been scored. White team leads 2-1. Here's Johnson. Takes his time, puts up the one-handed shot, just rims off. McClary fires a bounce pass cross court to Foster. He's now going to take his time.
White team is using the man out play right now, keeping their slower guy in. That way they can get a man through the middle.
O'Brien loses it for a moment, and Johnson picks it up. Good outlet bounce pass to Patton. He loses it though. There's O'Brien, he controls. Tough break, looked like Patton wanted to start the fast break there. But Patton gets the steal. Using his speed, he's going all over the place. Foster is there, he knocks it away. Rodriguez and Gerloff are reaching for it. The gold team controlled for a moment, and it is poked out of bounds by McClary. So gold team will get it back. Substitution into the game for the white team. That's Alan Lewis coming in, replacing Joanne Rodriguez. So a little bit more size in there now for the white team. Orlando, you mentioned that they already had a size advantage. With Lewis on the floor now, they definitely have a very clear advantage.
All they need to do is, I think that the importance of this game is starting to get to the players. They need to calm down a little bit and maybe come up with and work their game plan so they can be more effective.
Here's Johnson, fires it up, no good. Gold team still without a field goal. O'Brien loses it, here's Johnson again. Gets a back pick, takes his time, not able to connect. Johnson has been over there on the right side for most of this game, but he hasn't been hitting any shots yet.
And it's unlikely of him. He's a real good player. He has a national championship with the Dallas Mavericks, and he usually drains that kind of shot.
So the gold team gets it back here with just under 14 minutes remaining. White team leads 2-1. So substitution into the game for the gold team. Daniel Spots comes in. If you remember, Spots was our guest commentator for bowling earlier this week on xable.com. Patton waiting for it, throws it up, that shot is off.
4 seconds.
That is right, that's the call. And the white team will get it back. White team still leads 2-1. Larry Foster telling his team to spread out.
They keep using that 1-out play. Let's see if it works.
Here's Alan Lewis weaving his way through traffic. Puts it up, no, off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped around, looks like it goes out of bounds, and the gold team gets it back. Very low-scoring game to start us off. Only 3 combined points. Why do you think that is?
I think they're nervous, and coming to this competition is kind of hard. You don't usually play with these people at the same time all around the year, and getting adjusted to everybody else takes some time.
That shot rattles around and finally bounces in. First field goal for the gold team. They now take the lead 3-2. Just to follow up on what you were saying a second ago, Orlando, how long of a time difference is there from when you meet your teammates to when you play your first game with them?
It's basically you come in here half an hour before the game starts, and you know who your teammates are, and you go play basketball.
It's just that quick. You meet each other right before the game.
It's just having chemistry. You got people here that have been playing 13 years, 30 years. 2 people playing their first year, and that's the beauty of it, because we can get together as brothers and teach each other and feed off of each other and have a good time doing it.
You would have fooled me based on the way that your team, the red team, played yesterday. It's hard to believe that you guys have only been playing for a couple of days now, considering the way you guys were able to find each other on the floor and the chemistry you guys had.
Yeah, it's like any other sport. Wheelchair basketball is all about communication. If you communicate right, things will start happening for your team.
Johnson not able to connect again from that favorite spot on his right side. Gold team still leads 3-2 with about 12:20 remaining in the first half.
They're calling the man-out play again.
Foster is out near half court trying to block out James Gerloff. Here's O'Brien, throws it inside, intended for Shelby, off of his hands, going towards the sideline, out of bounds, and the gold team will have possession. So it seems like both teams have been employing the same strategy back and forth. The gold team has been putting it on the right side in the hands of Johnson. Meanwhile, the white team has been going to the right side, usually with O'Brien or Foster trying to direct traffic.
They're both using the man-out play. As you can see now, they're kind of holding number 12 out. The idea is to bring one of your players and open up the middle so you can squeeze in there. And the idea of bringing it to the side is just to spread the court. That way they can have an easy shot through the middle.
Patton throws it cross court to Johnson. Looking for it again with one hand, finally decides to pass it off. Here's Spots. Dishes it back out to Patton. Free throw line range, no good, but he's bumped, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
He's playing it real smart right now.
Couple of good decisions there. Looked like both Johnson and Spots were covered, but they wisely made the extra pass, and now they might get a couple points in the process.
They both have real good experience with real good teams in the country. Arlington, Texas University, and Dallas Maverick for Johnson. Johnson has a national championship under his belt with the Mavericks.
So this is James Patton at the free throw line. He rattles home the first one. In addition to basketball this week, Patton has competed in air guns, 9-ball, table tennis, and he'll compete in softball later on. Not able to connect on the back end of 2, but the gold team leads a low-scoring affair, 4-2. So here's O'Brien. Gerloff is right on him, making sure that he can't get a full head of steam to the basket. Looking for Foster now. Going towards the basket, lobs it into Alan Lewis. Puts it up, got it! One of the things that I've seen a lot throughout this week in wheelchair basketball has just been the importance of getting your chair position down low to get a close look at the basket. I wanted to ask you, As a defender, how do you try to defend against something like that?
You just got to come back fast on defense and look at that front wheel. A lot of people like it. I like to look at the person when they're pushing. You look at that front wheel is going to tell you if they're going to go right or left. If you look at the person, they can fake you up with their faces and their shoulders, but you don't know that chair is going to go the different way. It's a lot of experience looking at the front wheel. You look at the front wheel, you stop that chair, and you ain't moving nowhere.
We're tied at 4. I'm sorry, what were we saying?
It's something that you can't do in regular basketball. In regular basketball, you just cannot get in front of a player and hold them down. You can do this in wheelchair basketball, and that's an advantage. One of the only difference we can do here as a defender.
Here's Shelby, fires it up, no good. Spots goes for the rebound, he picks it up. Here's Johnson. He's got a lot of momentum going to the hoop, bumped by Lewis, and a foul called. So the gold team sends out a lineup of Spots, Peppers, Johnson, Patton, and Gerloff. For the white team, Lewis, Foster, McClary, O'Brien, and Shelby. Patton gets behind Gerloff, gets a good pick, takes his time, launches it with the left hand, but no good. Lobs it down to Alan Lewis, but that one gets out of his reach, corralled by Patton. Dishes it over to Johnson. Takes his time once again. That time it's good. The little one-handed shot from the right side finally works for Charles Johnson. He gets it to go, and the gold team retakes the lead 6-4.
And that's his bread and butter. If they don't put a hand in front of him, let him take that shot. He's going to drain it all day long.
McClary over to Lewis. He wasn't ready for it. Loose ball picked up by Patton. 2-on-1 fast break. Patton bumped by Foster. No call. He still gets the basketball going to the basket. Scoops with the left hand, but no good. And Alan Lewis lets that one go out of bounds. White team will get it back.
You got mad skills with that wheelchair.
I was very surprised there wasn't a foul called there considering all the contact made that time.
Yeah. See, the thing is, if you're moving and it's not stopped, there's no positioning in there, so it's a no call.
McClary bounce pass to Shelby, throws it inside the lane to Lewis, but he can't control it once again. So gold team looking to extend their lead. They now lead 6-4. Here comes Johnson over to the right side where he wants it. Gets a nice pick from Spots, but has his momentum stalled for a moment.
They're having good patience right now.
Overthrown Patton that time, but there is Peppers to pick it up. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Patton around the three-point line. Now to the free throw line. Launches it.
Money.
Got it! Beautiful shot that time from James Patton.
You don't want him to get hot either. He's a great shooter.
So here's Shelby, gets it inside to McClary. He's been quiet for a couple of games, but he gets that one. Makes it a 2-point game again. First points of the night for Glenn McClary. Still a very low-scoring game, but the gold team has the lead 8-6. Patton spins around on the baseline, dishes out to Johnson. Here's Patton again. Lobs it inside to Peppers, using that height advantage. But before the shot goes up, 3-second violation is called. I've noticed that William Peppers is definitely the tallest guy on the floor for either one of these teams, but the gold team hasn't really been looking to use that advantage inside.
I just think they're just trying to focus on their speed, and that's what the thing is. This is a team sport. It takes 5 people to win this game. And I think that's what it's helped our team win some of the games we played. We can recognize that Anthony Pone is our bread and butter, but if they double him, you need to use your speed. If not, you got to just calm it down, get that big man in there, and you shoot.
Couple of substitutions in the game for the white team. Joanne Rodriguez is back in. John Bennett, number 13, also in the game. McClary reaching in, trying to get that basketball, but to no avail.
Good pick by number 1.
Here comes Patton, trying to do it all himself. Round a pick from Gerloff, puts it up, no. But an offensive foul going to be called. We're going the other way. Patton can't believe it. He thought for sure it was going to be a defensive foul. That seems to be one of the toughest calls to make in wheelchair basketball, the offensive foul.
That was a foul. It's kind of hard to call it because the way they mostly call it, if you don't have your hands on your wheels, there's no movement. So if you crash into that person, it's going to be called offensive foul all the time.
That shot is off by Alan Lewis. Rebound to the floor. Loose ball picked up by Patton. He's looking to use his speed. Patton going up the floor. Decides to pull it back at the last second. Throws cross court to Peppers. Nearly falls out of his chair. A little bit turned around that time. He's finally back on.
That shows you the importance of strapping yourself to the chair, because if he would have been strapped in, he would have had a nice, easy shot.
So here's Shelby going baseline. No good, but he is fouled, and Andre Shelby will head to the free throw line. 8-6 is our score right now, with about 6.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. A very, very low scoring game. Both of these teams have had a little bit of trouble shooting the ball. So this is Andre Shelby going to the line. We saw Shelby win a gold medal in table tennis earlier this week. And he hits the first free throw, makes it a 1-point game. So Larry Foster back in for the white team, replacing Alan Lewis. And the second one is good. Andre Shelby connects on 2 free throws. We're tied at 8. First 2 points of the game for Andre Shelby. Johnson throws the long pass out to half court. This is Peppers with the basketball. Gold team starting to slow it down just a little bit. Johnson now fires it up, no good. Intercepted by James Patton near half court. Trying to use that speed. Good defense from Larry Foster to stop him in his tracks. Patton gets it back, flips it over to Peppers. Good pass over to Johnson. He puts it in.
Good teamwork in that play.
Wonderful ball movement. You can see Peppers the whole time. He knew that Johnson was going to be open.
Yeah, you just pass it to one side, you're going to turn the heads, and then you get that guy sneaking into the middle, to the paint, and they're going to convert to it.
6 points now for Charles Johnson. He leads all scorers. Gold team leads 10-8. Just about 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Foster throws it inside to Shelby. Lost it for a second. Good defense by the gold team. That forces a bad shot. That ball tipped out of the hands of Peppers and out of bounds. Joanne Rodriguez was right there. Knocked that ball away. So here comes James Patton. We've seen him use his speed a whole lot in this game, and that's really helped the gold team in this one. Takes a pick from Gerloff, now takes his time, launches the shot, gets it to bounce in. Made it look easy that time. All he had to do was go down there, take his time, easily makes a shot. He now has 6 points.
That's the good thing about having 2 threats. Like Johnson's in one side, he's in the other. They got to focus on one of them.
Here's Foster. He falls down going for that pass. Out of bounds. The gold team will get it back. So Foster back up, straps himself in, and gets ready. The gold team leads 12-8 with about 4.5 minutes remaining.
We got Wayne Miller coming into the game for number 1, William Peppers.
Wayne Miller, also Walter Evans coming in for the gold team. Peppers and Dan Spots have checked out. So here comes James Patton. He's fouled by Rodriguez. Sometimes that's all you can do with a guy that fast. You got to slow him down any way you can and use those personal fouls.
If you get 5 of them, at least you got to use a few of them.
We're here at the Spokane Convention Center for wheelchair basketball, sponsored by Hewlett-Packard. Twelve to 8 is our score. Here comes Patton, easily cruising to the basket. Now decides to pull it back outside. He gets 2 great picks, taking all the time in the world. Finally, Rodriguez is over there to get a hand in his face.
Good defense by Rodriguez, coming out and make him change his shot.
Here's Evans, hands it off to Miller. Lobs it inside to Johnson, being defended by Bennett. 5 to shoot on the shot clock. Poked away. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Very good defense from the white team.
Great defense. And everything started with Joan Rodriguez coming over there to number 10. James
Patton.
And making force to change his shot. He was just secure to take that shot until she put her hand up.
So the white team inbounds, trailing by 4. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's Larry Foster. Hasn't taken a whole lot of shots here in this game, preferring to be more of a distributor as a point guard type. Joseph Sapienza is in for the white team, making his first appearance. Foster inside to Bennett, all alone, and he's got it.
Great move, making those head turn.
He was in there for a while, so Larry Foster recognized that and made sure to get it to him before that 3-second violation. So the white team pulls back within 2. 12-10 is our score. Here comes Johnson. He's tied for the team lead in scoring with 6 points. Fires it up. No good. Rebound, grab that time. Pass back over to Patton. He's got it.
Great shot by Patton, but great pass and rebound by Wayne Miller. Recognizing where that ball was going to fall and making the pass.
So Rodriguez is going to take it herself. Her team trails by 4.
They're calling the man out play.
Rodriguez all the way to the basket, no good. Here's the long outlet pass to Patton. He's trying to chase it down. Foster doesn't know he's coming. Here comes Patton, up with the left hand, and it's home.
Beautiful scoop by Patton.
Used that left hand, made it look great. His team now leads by 6. 10 points now for James Patton to lead all scorers. Only 2 players on the gold team have scored this entire ballgame. 10 points from James Patton, 6 from Charles Johnson. Inside to Rodriguez, loses her balance for a moment, misses on the shot. That one was off the front of the rim. Gold team trying to work in transition again. Patton weaving his way through his defenders. Only one man to beat. Another left-handed scoop shot. That one doesn't go.
That was great chair movement though on that move.
We've seen Patton have great control of his share in this one. That one scooped up by Evans, defended by 3 players, tries to get it to Patton. Loose ball picked up by the white team.
Great pass by Joanne. If he can
Foster trying to chase it down, keeps it in bounds. Here's McClary, launches it, banks it home.
That's probably the momentum that the white team needs. Play a little bit of hustle basketball and get in the hole.
So Larry Foster going all the way down the floor, keeps it in play, and Glenn McClary finishes the job with the shot. 16-12 is the score. Shot up, no good that time from Gerloff. Rebound grab by McClary. So with 20 seconds remaining, the gold team leads 16-12. White team looking to cut it to a